Once, my grandfather told me a story that changed the way I see the world. He sat in his old chair, his eyes sparkling like stars, and began, "Listen closely, my boy. There was once a small village nestled between tall mountains. In this village lived a kind man named Eli. He was not rich in gold or silver, but he was rich in heart." I leaned in, eager to hear more. Eli had a garden filled with the most beautiful flowers. Every morning he would wake up early to tend to them. His neighbors often wondered why he spent so much time caring for flowers instead of farming for food. But Eli had a secret. He believed that beauty could bring happiness and happiness could change the world. "Did it really change the world, Grandpa?" I asked, my curiosity growing. "Let me tell you. One day, a terrible storm hit the village. The winds howled and the rain poured down like a river. After the storm passed, everyone was sad. Their homes were damaged and their spirits were low, but Eli knew just what to do. He went into his garden and gathered all the flowers he could find." "Flowers? How could flowers help?" I questioned, confused. "Eli took those flowers to the village square and began to hand them out to everyone. At first, people were hesitant, but slowly, as they received the colorful blooms, smiles began to spread. The bright colors lifted their spirits. Eli's simple act of kindness reminded them that even after the darkest storm, beauty still existed. I could see my grandfather's eyes shining as he continued. Days passed, and the village slowly started to rebuild. Inspired by Eli, others began to help one another. They brought food, offered shelter, and shared laughter. The village transformed not just because of hard work, but because of the love they shared. I felt a warmth in my heart. "So what happened to Eli?" I asked. "Eli became a symbol of hope. People started to call him the Flower Man. They would come to him for advice, and he always reminded them that kindness, like flowers, could grow anywhere if you let it. He taught them to find joy in small things, to plant seeds of hope in their hearts." My grandfather paused, his voice softening. One day, as Eli was tending his garden, he fell ill. The villagers were worried. They gathered around him and with all their love brought him flowers. Eli smiled, his heart full. He knew he had made a difference. The flowers were a reminder of the happiness he had shared. Tears filled my eyes. "Did he get better, Grandpa?" "He did not, but his spirit lived on in the village. They planted a garden in his memory, filled with the flowers he loved. Every year they celebrated Eli's Day, where they shared kindness, laughter, and love. The village blossomed, not just with flowers, but with strong bonds between the people." I sat in silence, feeling the weight of the story. "What can I do to be like Eli?" Grandfather smiled, his eyes twinkling. "You don't need to have a garden. You can show kindness in small ways every day. A smile, a helping hand, or a kind word can make someone's day brighter. Remember, like flowers, your kindness can spread and grow." As I left my grandfather's side, I felt inspired. I knew that even the smallest acts could create ripples of change. Just like Eli, I wanted to plant seeds of kindness wherever I went, making the world a little brighter, one smile at a time. I sat in silence, feeling the weight of the story. "What can I do to be like Eli?" Grandfather smiled, his eyes twinkling.